How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Redstone Guide. And today we're going to be doing the impossible. Finally, we're going to be explaining the comparator. So with that said, let's get right into it. Right, so let's start from the absolute basics. This right here is the comparator. It can be crafted with 3 stone, 1 quartz, and 3 redstone torches. And it's actually way simpler than you think. It has 3 purposes. Let me show you. Now, the first use is actually the simplest. It goes ahead and extends the signal strength of the redstone, but not in the way you think. So if I flick this lever right here, this right here is 15, this is 14, this is 13, 12, and 11, right? But if I go ahead and place a comparator here, this right here is 15, 14, 14, 13. So essentially it outputs exactly what's behind the comparator, and so it extends it like a block or two. So yeah, I guess it just goes ahead and extends the signal strength. That easy. Let's go ahead and move on. Now the next use is just as simple as the first one. So if we have a container here like a chest or a furnace, and I go ahead and place a comparator behind it facing to the redstone, it goes ahead and detects how much is inside the container. So if I place a stack, as you can see, it lights up as 1. If I place 3 stacks, for example, it kind of extends it here. If I place 4 stacks, as you can see, the light reaches. Now, the more the items in the chest, the more the signal. And so if I go ahead and completely fill it, as you can see, it goes ahead and emits a signal strength of 15. But if I go ahead and take one out, for example, take a couple of them out, it goes ahead and becomes weaker. Now, it doesn't matter the stack size. So if I go ahead and, for example, place a couple of stacks of diamonds here, as you can see, 4 is enough, as you can see. But if I go ahead and, for example, place 1 diamond for each, like so, it won't work. So it actually does detect for the stack size. So as you can see, I filled the whole chest, but it's not a stack, so it won't work. It has to be a full, complete stack for it to like detect it. So it detects basically how much items are in the container. Now with things like furnaces, it works kind of the same thing. So if we have something here, for example, as you can see, it goes ahead and lights up. Again, it detects depending on the stack size. And we also have the coal, for example, it detects for both. So if we have like 16 and 16 here, it will go ahead and add up and it will detect it. Of course, the signal strength varies like on the amount of stuff in the container. It won't be as strong since the container here is small, but it goes ahead and detects it like so. Now this also works with lecterns, as you can see. So if I go ahead and have a book here with the like 15 pages, it goes ahead and essentially emits the signal strength of the page. So I have page 1 here, it goes ahead and emits signal strength of 1. Page 2, as you can see, signal strength 2. 3, signal strength of 3, and so on and so forth, until I reach, for example, signal strength 15, and now it reaches the end. These are 15 redstone, by the way. And so yeah, essentially it emits the like signal depending on the number of page. Now let's move on to the third use. Now the next use can branch out into 2 like meanings. So if I have this right here, as you can see, it takes an input from the back and from the side. Now this right here, as you can see, emits a power level of 13 and outputs a power level of 13, since we talked about the use where it basically outputs what it has, right? But then if we go ahead and turn this on, as you can see, this emits a power of 13, and this also emits a power of 13. Everything is good. But what if we go ahead and make this a power of 12, like so, and this power of 13? As you can see, it emits a power of 0. That is because the comparator here basically compares both signals, and basically, if the signal from behind is like less than the signal from the side, it just outputs nothing. But if the signal here on the side is greater than the signal on here, it basically outputs like the signal strength from here. So here's 14, here's 13, it will output 14 like so, and of course it will move on. So basically you can like limit the signal strength. So for example, if you have a like an input of less than 13, it just doesn't power the contraption. But if we have a input that is equal to or more than 13, it goes ahead and emits the exact same thing. So you can go ahead and limit your like signal strength like so. Now this thing actually has another mode, which is subtract mode. So if you go ahead and right click it, as you can see, this thing lights up. Now this thing is like really easy. So essentially it does this signal here, so like 14 minus this signal here, which is 13. So it does 14 minus 13, and it emits a signal strength of 1. Same thing here. If I go ahead and make it, for example, a signal strength of 12 here, 14 minus 12, that will emit a signal strength of 2, like so, and so on and so forth. Now here, if the number is like less than this, so here it's like a signal strength of 11, here it's a signal strength of 12, that's obviously less than 0, and so it will emit nothing, basically 0 power. So that's really all you need to know. Basically, there's two modes, either this, which compares the signals. So basically, if this is more than the back, if the side is more than the back, it will emit 0. If the back is equal or more than the side, it goes ahead and emit the same signal. But if in subtract mode, it just goes ahead and subtracts both numbers. So it subtracts the back minus the side, like so. So as you can see, back minus the side, and that will give you the output. I really hope that wasn't too confusing, but if you have any questions, you can go ahead and comment it down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want any certain topic that you want me to make a video on, comment it down below. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video.